Welcome back, everybody, to more Tech Gym, to episode 6 of the new series. There was certainly no miscounting or mistitling of previous episodes. No. Everything's tightly ordered. Alright, jailbreak time again. These jail cells, 2 rookies, 1 rebel. Something like that. And that's roughly the plan, very roughly. So what do we have in terms of openers? Fable? Yeah. I'd like to get a little bit more vision here. Here's one. Go. You come down here.
You've got to be joking.
A little bit high ground, or lots of vision.
Let's show some hustle.
Comes down here. Still not seeing the third guy. There. Okay, then people can actually dash up there. Comes in there, and Lenny. Cover.
Confermo.
Well, that looks like you're just walking into fire range. Doesn't seem like a healthy thing to do. Apparently also there's an explodey barrel. Oh, that would only get one of them. We can take down the explodey. No, we're not. Burn.
They spotted us.
Power is not fully on fire yet. I think we have some time here. I want to feed some kills to Jet so that he gets the. Since he's going to be an officer, right? He's not going to be getting super many kills.
You're making this too easy or so. Per me va bene.
Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted, Lenny. I didn't want to kill him because I still want the kill credit to get a Fable. Lenny gets his promotion anyway, right? As a rookie on a first mission. I just wanted to make sure this guy dies from the fire. A superior PCS. Oh boy. You really know how to get me interested. Do I use my system infiltration on that? What's the negative? Jammed. Okay, so we can easily take this after everything is dead. Our evac is here. Or we save system infiltration for the cell door.
Yeah.
Superior PCS, never been a disappointment.
All right, you bastards, let's see what you got.
In previous campaigns.
Il fuoco si avvicina.
Get away from this car.
On the move. Finally. Nessun problema, capo.
This might actually blow up.
Go! Sure. I'm on it.
Now, taking it a little bit slow this turn. We're basically already at the building with the
Mi tengo pronto.
the inmates. VIPs we're gonna rescue. Oh, this door opens. That's a full door here, no windows, so we can probably move a little bit aggressive here. This could always be somebody on the sides.
Per me va bene.
Let's get the two of you in there. A little bit concerned about moving you further on the outside, so let's just go straight in here. Why do we have double shouts? I don't think I want to go through the...
All right. On my way.
So we are at 44, so I'm still taking this rather on the way out than now. We really don't want to trigger jammed on the enemies right now. We don't have any overwatches, and there's all the other enemies here. First group opening the door gives line of sight on the second group. So if they yellow alert shot us a little bit, it's gonna hurt. Unless they miss.
Down here.
Okay, the second group did not activate. Which gives us some interest. I mean, there's of course no way to tell where the second group is. But if there was a way to tell, then you could take advantage of that by, for example, blindly throwing a pea grenade in that general direction. I think it was these two tiles. Maybe I'm just keeping that for these two. Maybe I want to trigger that second group. Okay, let me just come over here with Jason.
Stay close. Contact.
Come on in, come on. No, that's not coming in, that's staying out. That's exactly not what I wanted. Alright. I think we're gonna flash. Flash the guy in the front here.
Not exactly subtle.
I'm not even sure I'm hitting there. No, that's a big whiff.
Crude, but effective. I can always use a new source of intel.
We're seeing the cell doors, by the way. Watch list. Damn, now I wish I had system infiltration still. How do we want to do this? I don't really want to burn these guys in the back now, especially like the officers here. But for that, we kind of need the rest of them to not be there. being the bio captain. Okay, that works. What you gonna do? I'm gonna run here. I'm gonna grenade this guy. If we roll good damage, we might kill him and destroy the loot. If we don't roll good damage, then we can do the bonk.
Target neutralized.
Yeah, yours is long, but not long enough. But that's why we have teamwork.
Moving to position.
I think we're gonna burn brightly and generously.
Burn them
So
out.
that maybe we set a lot of ground on fire, so the guy that's in the cell in the back might also run through fire here. Looks actually kind of promising. The only problem is the guy in the front.
Good.
Why would you do that?
That's the wind out of me.
Good. Okay, and the guy in the back didn't even move. And we burnt down the cell door. Okay, I guess that's one hack reward we're not getting. The guy in the back is an engineer. 6 HP. I think we can get a grenade in there. We can flank and shoot him.
Heading out.
If we didn't roll max damage or anything, we could have probably followed it up with combat protocol.
Commander,
So this should now all be
quite a trophy you've got there.
easy peasy.
They're all going to end up the same way. Nessun problema, capo.
I'm pretty certain he could theoretically burn for one.
Avete visto? Devo fare. Sono accorto.
Not anymore though. Alright.
I'm on it.
Watch list, please. Alright, saving the good hack roll for the superior PCS. I can appreciate that, Jason. Fully on board with you there. What's a little intel if you can have a superior speed PCS, eh? There we go.
Nice one. There.
We'll move on people.
Sto per finire arrosto.
You're fine.
Moving out.
A little fire never hurt anyone.
Time to go.
Except for all the Advent guys this mission, but you know.
Almost there. Come on.
Right, and just like that, we're in and out. You can leave already.
civilian contact.
One short.
I better pick up the pace. Forte e chiaro. Roger that. All right, it's over. Ha ha. Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact. On the move. Ready to boogie.
There we leave.
Status confirmed. Mission accomplished.
Label with the MVP, understandable. Not bad, guys, not bad at all. Not sure where Lenny is hiding. Ah, yeah. Okay, so we got a couple of missions on the map now that we have to equip and send people to.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
I'm glad to see our troops finding success in the field. It's good for the entire crew's morale.
Right. Combat drugs. Being able to buff everybody in radius of the smoke grenade, of course, by 20 aim is really, really strong this early in the game. So I kind of like that. Oh my goodness, it is actually a superior speed PCS. Alright. Okay, first of all, let's look at the new guys. Shenanigans. 59 aim, but 17 mobility. Okay, I see a fast future for you. And Flame Wolf. Another 16 aim rookie. 16 mobility even. You fit right in there. Also, we have random promotions. Outstanding. Lenny, what you got for us? Overseer, infantry, or warden? No, I'm kind of smiling a little bit because in the Twitch campaign, Lenny's character is a warden. It's certainly not going to confuse me at all if we also make him a warden here. Feel like that's probably yes. What? So one has a sword, and they can equip SMG, shotgun, rifle. Usually, I very often go with rifles since they start with. I was going to say Marauder, but for them it's called Insight. Standard shots are not turn ending. They have Warden's Advance, which it's basically a dashing melee attack, which then allows them, it says here, activates ebb and flow, change stance if you have action point left. So if you activate this while you have 2 action points, you have kind of a momentum action afterwards, so a movement action similar to what Templar has. The trick or the funky stuff you can do with the class is basically unlocked by perks, where you can then change the this movement action, this ebb and flow action that you have via abilities like premonition and or unwavering concentration. You can basically transfer it into a full action point, so you can then do something with your second attack or with your second action point. So what often happens, the way I play it, is then you run in for melee attack, activate premonition or unwavering concentration, and then shoot the enemy you just sliced with your shotgun or with your rifle. Now we could, of course, consider not going for any of this and just focusing on your melee abilities. You have Fearsome, your Blitzkick. That's a cheap heavy hitter. because your aim isn't fantastic, so you're not gonna be doing a lot of shooting, but your mobility is decent. But I feel like not taking premonition, at least one of those, you're kind of really missing out on action economy. But this is 10% hit chance with melee weapons. You know, what good is an extra action if you're just missing with both actions? We'll have to think about this one. I'm sure there's gonna be helpful comments under the video that are gonna tell me I definitely have to go this way, or definitely have to go that way, or what am I even thinking, or soldier is ruined already. Now, I was so happy about that speed PCS. I'm looking through the list. I don't even know who in the current roster would need that. Could of course consider throwing it on the heretic and then playing differently with the increased mobility. Well, we don't have to make the decision right now. What we do have to make the decision right now is for Rattler's class. Well, we don't have to, but I want to. Stormtrooper, Sharpshooter, or Demolitionist? 70 base aim Sharpshooter is not the worst. Demolitionist is kind of, I think, the way aim was a little bit wasted. I'm leaning a little bit. I mean, you're kind of low on the mobility for a Stormtrooper, but a Stormtrooper with some decent aim is not bad, and I really like an early Stormtrooper. They can carry a couple missions as long as you can keep them leveled. What I'm looking at is how many real snipers we have so far. Our agent is going to be a sniper. One of our scouts. And we're definitely training our 75 aim rookie to be a sniper, right? And we have another 73 aim. Currently on a covert action, hopefully getting a random promotion. I'm going for the Stormtrooper. So this is, I think I mentioned it before, Stormtrooper is a little bit a skirmisher. You know, starting with hit and run, having the bullpup. Just they don't have a grappling hook, they get a free smoke grenade. They don't have a secondary weapon, but they get a mobility bonus. So not only do they get mobility bonus from this, but also because they have... I don't think it's actually listed as any of the perks, but I think they get a special perk which gives them extra mobility during the mission, since they don't have a secondary. Oh yeah, there it is listed. Empty. Easy pack. Not carrying a secondary weapon grants 15% mobility bonus. Alright, so 2 missions to build squads for. I'll do that quickly and show you the results. Here's the first squad. I'm going over to probably having only 1 rookie on some of the missions. We still have plenty of rookies that need random promotions, but keep in mind we got 4 rookies from jailbreaks. 1 rookie was recruited, if I remember correctly, and then 3 rookies from the scanning side, so we are up 8 rookies over what you start the campaign with. We might have to just go through some regular GTS training for some, and then catch them up with trial by fire once we have an officer training. And I don't want to fall behind on the other people, so we have just over 20 promoted soldiers already. So we can field 5 squads with 4-1 setup, and I think that's going to be okay. So this is our team for the first mission here. We're gonna have our saboteur because we have a revealed start, so we need somebody for scouting. Don't really have anyone to take advantage of that scouted information. Don't really have any long-range shenanigans, but we can maybe throw a grenade or so. We'll figure something out. Maybe set up some overwatches. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I also brought some AP rounds because we
In position
I
for
don't
deployment.
think we're getting into force level 3 yet. No, force level 2 though. Not sure if there's any of the scarier early game mod gem armored enemies already.
Setting course for the South African sector.
But you know, once we get into force level 3, you definitely want to have some AP rounds on some people. Alright. This is a 10 to 12. This is a strength 3 region, right? So, you know, maybe we do a 4-2. If we can get 6 people in on this infiltration, we'll try that out. Let's see. Alright, this is the spot. Bring in 6 people, making the timer. I mean, if we get 6 crates, we want to have 6 people anyway, so maybe that other mission was a mistake. Again, with some AP rounds, we go and double scout, pistol scout for the scouting in the front, sniper scout to take advantage of whatever we find. So we can maybe have some sniper shot engagements with a steady shot. That wouldn't be terrible. Other than that, we've got the flamethrower, we've got some remote hacking, and 2 rookies to push through this.
Sky Ranger
We're in the pipe. 5x5.
So with that out of the way, yeah, I guess the idea is to scan in South Africa, since this is our second region, and ideally we want to find a liberation mission here.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
Right, you know, we should... And now since I bought 2 AP rounds, now I'm short alien alloys for this. Let's get the trooper out of the other way, so that we can actually also use the trooper armors.
Knowing that
I should probably have a quick visit to the black market. We have had the month take over. We have a bunch of stuff we can probably sell. Or we could wait until we get alien loot here from the covert action. Hopefully. To make it tight. Okay, regular intel point of interest mission. Decent timer. I want to see if the covert action is a success.
I'm glad to see our joint effort paid
It
off like this.
was. Okay, and we got alloys crystals cores. Wonderful. And 3 promotions. Let's freaking go.
Commander, we currently have no new supplies coming in. We'll need to seek out new means of replenishing our resources.
Alright. Please have a shooty class. Survivalist. Or another sniper scout. No, this is going to be a sniper survivalist. You know, they get a sniper rifle. They shoot things. They get death from above. Wonderful. Oh, and flatline. Oh man, I'm gonna be torn here. Look at all these shooting sniper skills. So, our list comes with a sniper rifle and a sort of shotgun. And this sort of shotgun, usually by the end of campaign, I can count in the fingers of one hand how often I shot it, and I usually end up with 5 fingers still remaining for counting. It's your classical sniper, right? You have your disabling shot, you have your lead the target for some ambushes. You can get some extra damage against robotics. So my usual builds. And I'm not saying I'm going for that, but my usual build, it would be then something like something like this. undecided between traverse fire and heavy hitter. Traverse fire would be finally your ability to shoot and then steady, because that's something they lack. So they don't have any. Sorry, hang on. So survivalists don't have any skill, at least early in the tree, that would allow them to steady their weapon, or similar mechanic to what the scout has, where they automatically hunker down and then get aim balls. So once they're not that great in long-turn, multi-turn fights. Right, they're gonna have a steadied weapon in the first turn, and they can do really, really good damage there, and hopefully get some fearsome procs, so enemies are gonna be panicked. But then they're gonna be worse than a regular sniper, since they can't steady their weapon each turn. We could, of course, eventually get death from above. That would put them on the same rank as a not regular sharpshooter of death from above. And there's an argument to be said then, if we have death from above, we kind of don't need traverse fire. Although, I'm wondering if you shoot with traverse fire and then get an action refunded from death from above, if that means you're gonna have 2 actions left and you can actually shoot twice. Would be kind of strong. Other than that, it's probably just gonna be heavy hitter. As for the other perks, we talked about fearsome, you panic enemies when you crit, lead the target, the kind of dedicated long watch approach of activating groups, extra damage against robotics, just seems pretty straightforward. Like middle rows or sort of shotguns, I'm not gonna mention that. Alternatively, a little bit of extra aim, and crit against fresh targets. It's kind of Then we have aggression, extra crit chance, which combos nice, of course, with fearsome. You also have baseline. This one's mine. You get 50% extra crit chance against a single target. So you want to be critting. They're going to be critting a lot. Disabling shot also wants to crit into bullseye for a shot that is guaranteed doing critical damage. There's a lot of critting happening. Alternatively, here in the top row, you have Watchful Eye, where you get a free overwatch shot against your this one's mine target. So you could mark one enemy, shoot another one, and then get an overwatch on your original target without overwatch penalty, or with a chance to critical hit if you take cool under pressure. And then there's Fish in a Barrel, and equipped with assault rifle SMG, you can Sentinel, equipped with sniper rifle. You can overwatch with single action points, so you can move and overwatch. You can, of course, so you can equip different weapons. I've said they have a sniper rifle or an SY and a sort of shotgun, but they can equip regular assault rifles, they can equip SMGs. So there is ways to play them, like with maybe even with a hunter rifle, maybe with an assault rifle, I don't know. But I think for our purposes, we're just gonna go with a good old sniper rifle. Not an auto sniper, not a strike rifle. Just play them as a normal sharpshooter. I think that's what our barracks also needs. Anyway. Jeez, it's gonna go Geneva, Heretic, or Technician. Technician is another sniper class or support gremlin class. You don't strike me as a hacker, We already have a Heretic. Let's get some more fire starting potential. We burn things, we throw grenades at them, maybe shoot rockets at them. We're gonna take a closer look at this once we get some promotions under our belt. And Dimitri here. Not quite akimbo. Well, your 60 aim is certainly not a gunner. Probably also not an akimbo or dual pistol shooter. So we're gonna go hoplite. Now the hoplite, I liked to always joke about the class in the past, but they get some fancy new stuff. They start with now with pistol expertise, additional damage and armor piercing with their pistol based on weapon tier, and High Noon giving them no pistol range penalty, I think. Negates range penalty. And gives quick draw when equipped with a pistol, and close encounters when equipped with an auto pistol. So from the get-go, they have multi-attacks, they have action economy, they can shoot twice. We're probably going to run the whole time with an auto pistol, run up to enemies and blah blah. Yeah, and they have a big shield. And again, I talked about Survivalist a little bit long, so we're going to look at other perks here as we get them. And 5 new promotions in one episode. There's gonna be people in the comments very busy about telling me how to spec each and every one of those soldiers, I think. Anyway, we had a mission over here.
Setting course for Sector 11, West Africa.
So, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Recover item from admin facility. Yeah, I guess one of the downsides of our barracks right now that I didn't really take into account is the lack of people who can hack stuff. Let's bring our fresh survivalist on a mission here right away. We go in small town. I think we haven't seen our Frost Adder actually in action since Gatecrasher, maybe. So let's get you in here. Get some fire cooking. And then we're gonna get some rookies in here. Pensive and Flame Wolf. Oh, let's run Pensive with that underbarrel flamethrower here. You get a little bit of aim. You can run an assault rifle. Yeah, it's gonna be fine. All right. We do technically have the ability to build an actual emulator over the flame torch, which, you know, this one 2 to 3 damage, emulator 3 to 5. And more importantly, the flame torch I think can't equip weapon attachments. This one can, and we could even buy them. I think it's a little bit expensive though at the moment. That being said, I will go for the high velocity nozzle, giving us 1 additional tile of range on this thing, because I think this is the most impactful attachment. Alright, you're also gonna get a auto pistol, because you're gonna run in, shard enemies, and then you can pistol them in from close range in the face. And I think we have 1 more stock here. laser sight. I'm gonna afford an AP round for you. Couple grenades. I wouldn't mind having maybe an AP grenade. Do we have some lying around still, or would I need to build some? Okay, we got some. Okay. 2 flashbangs, a medkit. Maybe grab a. Oh, yeah, right. You don't believe in medkits. I can appreciate that. Fully on board with this.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Squad green to deploy.
I wanted to actually visit the black market.
Avenger plotting new course.
Market is open.
You want to buy my AP grenades? I don't think so. I don't think that's a good deal. I will sell my Liam cores, body shields. We're gonna sell the data pads, IPCS, all the weapon crates. It's not like we can open them right now. Perception, conditioning, the shotgun is kind of crap. This is 155. Okay. We have Lib 1 in our with location scout. That would have and heavy fog. I mean, this is, I don't care too much about liberation since it's our starting region, and generally we don't liberate that as the first one. But of course, doing more missions is always good. But I don't feel like spending intel this right now. This would make it so easy. Like heavy fog gives us Scott will gain squad concealment at start of a turn after all alerted enemies have been killed. Sure, you have reduced detection ranges, and that screwed us up in the past. But then we also have location scouts, so I wonder how that with heavy fog together is probably going to reveal us their locations much earlier. Kind of counteracts heavy fog for us. And then combat rush on a crit. Before we go there, Lumiere, 429. Never Stormtrooper for 50. 74 aim. 112 for an engineer. I kind of want to get a GTS going. We have 2 smash and grab missions coming though. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get the engineer first. Because that also evens out our number of engineers and scientists, because I think then the... I don't know if it's still weighted, the engineer and scientist missions. So I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Okay, and then we'll see what we do here. I think getting some extra mission XP and getting the lib chain on the way might not be the worst. 7 intel, effective cost if we win the mission. Okay. I think I want a demo here with a grenade launcher. And I probably want a flamethrower. Let's see if we can feed. We can fit Vendril here. We of course need to go down to SMGs here. We'd need to get to 66%, so I'm actually not sure. I don't think we can go with 5 people. Probably only can go 4. I'm kind of actually thinking that with Heavy Fog and Location Scout, we might just be able to concealment, ambush, grenade every single enemy group. So I'm debating whether or not I throw a rookie out or if I throw a ranger out. Because that also then has implication on what we have left over for the last squad. Although we still have 4 people plus our 2 Haven advisors that we could call back. So our Crusher and our Pathfinder. Let's leave rookie behind. And money-wise, I'm gonna regret spending the alloys, am I not? I think the emulator is such a good upgrade. It's so much better than the flame torch. Worth picking that up. And you know what? You're kind of a little bit low on the health front. Well, actually, everybody is kind of low on the health front. Why is this button even there? We'll get some alloys from the smash and grabs. That doesn't mean we're gonna delay our laser weapons again a little bit, but it's fine. 67%. Alright, looks good.
Sky Ranger
Menace, ready to deploy.
Okay, but that also tells me, if we have a 3-day timer already here, that finding VIP 1 here is probably not gonna happen in the first cycle.
setting course for South Africa.
But we're gonna find a jailbreak. We're gonna click the magical autofill button and then throw out the people that are not already promoted. Oh yeah, can we get a alloy sword? Oh, we get alloys from the smash and grab. God damn it! I'm so bad at this, at not spending my resources. So I think for Lenny, I mean, at the moment you can't really run in and then shoot. But you can run in and then run away and then shoot the following turn now that you're a little bit closer. Right? That makes sense? Cool. That's 4 of us here. Do we have another underbarrel flamer? Yes. Am I in with that? Maybe double grenades. Never rookie, but thankfully this time 1, 2, 3 resists personnel.
Sky Ranger
In position to drop.
Didn't have any more scanning sites, unless I already screwed that one up. I don't think so this time around. Oh boy, there's another mission. There's the lip one here for this region. Yeah, we can't do that with 2-day timer. But hey, we know now in 2 days it's gonna respawn. So yeah, as I was saying, you know, 5 missions that we can infiltrate. It's pretty good haul. Alright, we now triggered Force level 3. We automatically get Vulture, so we get additional loot drops. And we're also gonna reveal that guy, and her. Yeah, Warlock region here, Assassin region down here. Also, strength spiked to 3 here in West Africa. Don't know when it happens, but it must have happened very recently.
Our next operation will put us right in the middle of chosen territory, Commander.
Okay, looks like this one is the next that we have to launch.
So we should plan accordingly.
So this was with a boost. It's still gonna be 10 to 12, but let's hope that Location Scout and Heavy Fog work the way I think they work together. And if not, we're gonna get screwed. But we're gonna get screwed in the next episode. So yeah, we got a 4-man coming up. Ranger, Demolitionist, Geneva, and a rookie. All squaddies on a 4-man mission against 10 to 12 enemies. Looking forward to that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.